So I'm refilming this intro because I didn't realize how much I was going to chit chat during this video. So I'm gonna warn you guys, it is gonna be a long video. So grab a snack, grab a drink, a cup of coffee, and just join me. And let's just have some fun and get ready together and test out all of this new makeup I've got going on here from the drugstore. I don't know if I've done a dedicated drugstore video in a long time. Now, I'm gonna warn you, I do use some luxury end products mixed in with these drugstore products because these are just ones I just picked up and I don't have a concealer and all that stuff. So I will be mix and matching, but I do want to focus on the stars of the show. And these are the two products that I really wanted to try out. I'm not a big, if you're new to my channel, I'm not a big drugstore makeup person, but there are some hidden gems and some holy grails of mine that have recently come out of the drugstore collection, and one being Maybelline. So I thought, you know what, since I really like this skin tint, let's try out this Superstay 30 Hour. And this is more of like a Lumi-Matte finish. And then they also came out with two new primers, and this is the Maybelline, this is the Poreless Jelly Primer. This is gonna remind me a lot of my Frazzy face. I'm pretty sure that this is gonna be almost exactly the same thing. So I'm really excited to test that out as well. They do have a serum gripping primer as well, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. I picked all of this up and bought it myself at Ulta yesterday. So that's the B-roll that you guys are seeing right now. So that's what the serum looks like. There wasn't a tester for me to show you guys the consistency of that, but this is more my jam. I just really like that kind of texture. So I knew I was going to like it when I felt it. I haven't tried it on my face. This is all first impression drugstore finds. So we will see. And this pretty much had very similar ingredients to the skin tint. I mean, pretty much like identical to it. So we'll go over that in just a second. And then I also have this product right here. This is the NYX IV. Oh my gosh, this product is so good. So I've been on a hunt for a good lip stain. Now, my lips are naturally pretty pink, so when I put lip stains on, they just make my lips look like I have red lipstick on. Most of them do. And a lot of them I just don't like. I didn't like the Benefit one. I'll show you guys right there. I didn't like that one as much. And I did try the Essence one, which is kind of a dupe to that one. Didn't like that at all. I think the Benefit one's better than that one. And you have to be really careful with lip stains because if you have any type of dry crustiness going on, I know that's not the best word, but let's be honest, we all have it, especially right now in this weather. My lips are super dry. It just will it will cling to those little dry areas and make your lips look a hot mess. So you have to have really good lips to wear lip stains. That's my issue with it. Now I'm gonna try out this one. This is from Ulta Beauty and they just launched this one, and this is called the Magic Marker. This is so cute. We'll talk about the details on that in just a second, but that's gonna be more of your traditional lip stain. This is more of a lip gloss that once it wears off, it kind of stains your lips. So very excited to show you guys what that one looks like. Let's start off with the Maybelline Face Studio Poreless Jelly 24-Hour Hydrating Blurring Primer. This retails for $12.99 and you get 1 ounce and 30 mils. This is gonna deliver 24 hours of hydration. This poreless primer is a water jelly technology that leaves a weightless, fresh fill and delivers an instant skin-like blur. There's not supposed to be any white cast. It's not supposed to pill. It's formulated without silicones. It's non-comedogenic, layers well with makeup, and is suitable for all skin types, including sensitive skin. It's formulated with 2% niacinamide. So let's take a look at those ingredients. We have water as the first ingredient and a very short ingredient list, and there is no coconut derivatives in there, just so you guys know that. Let's touch on the foundation before we jump into applying the primer. So this is the new Maybelline Superstay 30 Hour Wear Lumi-Matte Longwear Foundation. This retails for $14.99 US, and you get the standard 1 ounce and 30 mils. This new Lumi-Matte Longwear Foundation is infused with amino acids, giving you breathable coverage with a luminous, matte, buildable, full coverage that lasts up to 30 hours. This is described as a light as air formula that feels like nothing on the skin, but we will be the judge of that. The formula's flexible film resists sweat, water, and transfer, giving you up to 30 hours of all-day shine control. Superstay Lumi-Matte Foundation is a vegan formula No animal derived ingredients, it's non-comedogenic, and it's also fragrance free, suitable for all skin types, even sensitive. Let's take a look at that ingredient list. We have water as the first ingredient, then you see your dimethicones, isododecane. There is alcohol denate, so I know some of you are allergic to alcohol denate, so just be mindful of that. Now, let's take a look at this side-by-side Superstay 24-hour skin tint, and you guys know, again, that's my holy grail. And as you guys can see, a very similar list right there, and one is a skin tint and one is a foundation. We'll have to see if they wear the same, but as you guys can tell, they're pretty identical. I mean, the skin tint is a little bit shorter, but other than that, it's very similar ingredients. So this is available in 24 shades, and I did go with shade 118 because that is the shade I use with the skin tint, and it looked the closest. Like a lot of drugstore products, they didn't have any testers. They're starting to now, but they didn't have any for this. So we'll have to see if it's going to match. I would say when swatching the two, so you guys can see 118 by itself right there. Once you blend it into the skin, never look at the first swatch and compare that and go, oh my gosh, that's way too light, because once you work it into your skin, it's a totally different story. As you guys know, it also oxidizes quite a bit. And I would say this is a bit more of like a beige, slight golden undertone, where let's take a look at 118 from the skin tint with vitamin C, and that's my perfect shade, I would say. And I will show you guys, the swatches obviously side by side, but the skin tint has a bit more of a neutral golden undertone, almost slightly leaning a little yellow. Not yellow, like, don't be scared by it, not like Makeup Forever yellow, but like more of like a neutral yellow. Let's go in with the primer first, if I can find it. It's right here. So again, this is the Jelly Primer, and again, I think this is gonna be very, very similar to my NYX Freezy Face, and I will show you guys right there the texture next to each other. So this is the jelly one. I'll show you the consistency on my hand right there. Very similar. When I felt it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is identical to Freezy Face, and you guys know Freezy Face is my holy grail. So let's take a look at NYX Freezy Face. Now NYX Freezy Face is $20. This one's a little bit less, but I think you're getting 1.69 ounces on that, and this is 1 ounce, but I'll put the price per mil right there just so you guys can see. But again, you can see from that texture right there, very, very similar. So I just want to see, this one definitely doesn't pill. This one definitely doesn't leave a white cast. I've been using this for over a year. This makes my makeup last all day, and it's ultra smoothing, the NYX one. So I just want to see if I like this one just as much. Now, you can look at it as, if you're using this every day, this is going to be a better value. But if you're not using this all the time, then, and you want to save like a few dollars, then this might be a better value for you. You know, it's teach their own. You have to just kind of look at it the way you want to look at it. Oh, let's touch on, well, actually, we'll go over the shades in just a second. Let's go over this primer. Let's put this a primer on. I'm going to go with 2 pumps because the first pump was pretty small. So we're going to start off with that. Again, just similar textures. So I'm gonna put that right there. You don't get very much out of that squeeze. I'll put my skin type right there if you're new here. I am gonna be 47 in March. Oh my gosh, next month. And then I have very sensitive, acne prone. I'm very sensitive to a lot of ingredients. I can't do fragrances. By the way, 0 fragrance on that. So, you know, I look for products that are not going to negatively impact my skin, because my skin has cleared up dramatically from about 3 years ago. I still have a lot of discolorization and sunspots and stuff like that, old acne scars that I didn't cover up well enough with sunscreen. So that's my fault. I like this texture though, you guys. It is very smoothing. I would say this one has a little bit more smoothing. This one feels a little bit more grippy. So it's like, I might like keep both of them because I still like that. It almost gives you, and I'm like trying to get the words out of my mouth. It kind of gives you this like nice softening feel, but it also has like a gripping motion there too. So I think this is going to be really good in humidity, but this one does well. And when I take it to Florida, this one has done very well in extreme humidity. I think this one's going to be probably even better just because it does have that little bit of tack to it. But let's put this foundation on. So let's see how this works. I think we're just going to do my standard. Let's do my BK Beauty 115. That's like 1.5 drops right there. We'll see how far that goes. And I'm just going to work it into my skin. This is how I like to apply foundations. I actually like to apply with my fingers first, especially I really like the texture of this. Especially when it's more of a full coverage foundation, because this allows it to really penetrate into the skin and make it look like skin and not like a big cake on your face. And I never like to go, I never pump directly into that. That is a big no-no, you guys. Please do not do that. You'll ruin your brushes, number one. You spend money, especially on these nice synthetic brushes. You do not want to ruin these bristles. And it's better just to take it off the back of your hand and then just start pressing it in. Actually, I'm going to hold a little bit further back. Let's get a mirror in front of me so I can see what I'm doing. Just going to kind of press that in. It feels really good. It's blending out with ease. I mean, super beautiful. Wow. I really like this texture. It feels like it's gonna dry down matte, but it's like going on like it's a luminous glow. It's a perfect description. I would definitely say a luminous matte. A Lumi-Matte is how they say it, but definitely it's a perfect match. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And I just self-tanned last night, but I self-tan. I always self-tan with Jergens, and I'll show you guys right there, the dark one. But that one is amazing. And the reason why I like that is you're not gonna go into that going, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get a tan overnight. It's not gonna happen. This is one that it's gradual, so it'll be like on day 5 is when I get the best part of that tan, and then it lasts for a good week and a half. It's so good, you guys. And there's no smell, there's no or potent smell, like a potent tanning smell. There is a little bit, but not as much as other ones. And I like that I don't have to worry about it dirtying my clothes, my sheets. I don't have to worry about any of that, but it does take longer. So if you want it for a special occasion, start doing it weeks in advance. And then the more you do it, the more, if you're doing it every day, it's gonna just be a nice tan all the time. I don't do it all the time. I just do it like every so often. But I love it, and I never get any streaks or anything like that. I mean, it's just foolproof. It's just like putting on body lotion, which I love, and I've been using that one for years off and on. When I want a good tan, I do love ink tan, but my sissy, hi Shannon, she sent me a text the other day, and there's an actual pill that you can take, and it's supposed to deliver a tan. And she had like, I told her she manifested that. And I don't know how long they've had stuff like that out, but I don't know if that's the first company that's done it, and I'll show you guys right there. But it's interesting because you don't have to worry about the smell and all of that stuff. I just worry like what's going in your body. That's the only thing I worry about. And I'm health conscious, so I'm just like, oh, that's the only thing that makes me slightly nervous. But could we talk about how beautiful that foundation is? What? Wow, that's really pretty. I'm trying not to be dramatic about it because I don't want you guys to think like, oh my gosh, she's just doing that. You guys know, if I don't like something, I will tell you guys. Like the Lady Gaga foundation, could not stand that foundation. And I know some people really like that foundation, but even though she had 100 shades, practically, I'm being exaggeratory, it was like, I don't understand it. Like, it was packed with coconut derivatives, and it was like, that is gonna be like a breakout century. It's like Makeup by Mario's foundation, same thing. And I buy these foundations myself. I bought this myself. I'm not getting this in PR. And when I genuinely like something, I know I'm a bit dramatic, but when I genuinely like something, I'm like, whoa, especially when it's $14.99. Holy moly, that's good. It's going on like the Laura Mercier one from, I'll show you guys the thumbnail. I did a review on that one. Beautiful, beautiful. That one does not last all day. That one is very slippery and gets greasy. This reminds me of that, but much better and a quarter of the price. Much better. I mean, I don't know how this is gonna wear. I'm ahead of the game right now. Like if you check out my Makeup Forever new Super Boost review I just did last Sunday, I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And it is good for like that skin tint, but that is a type of product that you have to use a minimal amount or it starts to crease a lot. So I got really excited when I was applying it, but then as I showed you guys in the car at the end of the day, I was like, and I wore it for a week. I was like, nope, that's not gonna work. So I'm sorry I'm not gonna get that type of wear test in today, but we'll see. We'll just keep wearing it. I might just try it on another video and do a wear test on a different day. But wow, that's really pretty. Okay, let me look at my 10 times Ilios mirror to really see. So this mirror is just amazing. It's not drugstore pricing, but let me tell you guys, this ring light mirror is the best mirror ever. And I told you guys they were having a 20% off sale the other day, but you always get a discount with my code Kristi Allure at checkout if you want to check out any of the Ilios mirrors. But wow, you guys, like there's zero patchiness. I mean, you don't need a lot of this product. I mean, a little goes a long way, and I am highly impressed. I kind of want to just build it up on this side because I have a little bit more texture there. And I just want to see, I'm not going to do anything to that side. I just want to see if it gets cakey at the end of the day if I add in a little bit more. So I'm just going to do that. When you want just a little bit more, just work it in with your fingers. Do you see that? It has like this luminosity, but then it dries down to a very soft matte. Wow. I'm really, really impressed, you guys. Really impressed. So you're getting the coverage, and this oxidized perfectly into my skin. Not like crazy oxidization, but it's starting to oxidize a little. Not nearly as much as like the Makeup Forever one did or other ones, but there is a little bit. Wow, that's really beautiful. I mean, really beautiful. Oh my gosh, that is really pretty. And that's a $14.99, you guys. Holy moly. I would go as far as to say I even almost like this one a little bit more. I don't know, they're pretty equal, but we'll see how this one wears, because as much as I love this, I started to notice that my skin, I don't know, like a year later feels like when I put too much of this on or I wear it too long, it starts to really, I mean, it's gonna crease right here. I'm gonna be 47, you guys. I've never done anything to my face from here down. From here down, nothing. That's me. 47 years of me. I did do a light Botox here and a little bit right there. And I say minimal amount. And I do that like once a year. And I just started like last year or a year before that. So very, very new to it. And I don't even know how much longer I'm gonna do that. But okay, so I have that little red right there. We're gonna try to take a little bit off of that just to see if we can get some. And you guys saw the original is just like a pump and a half, and they're small pumps. They're not even like that big pump. See, that was too much. Shoot, that's all right. That's all right. I'll just do that. I just want to cover up that red. And I'm gonna go over that area with the sponge just to keep it cool. Keep it cool. I don't know what I'm talking about. Keep it cool. I'm so glad you guys are loving my intro. It's so much fun to do it. I like that cinematic feel. I used to do like really dramatic intros and like loud music, and I'm like, makeup is supposed to be relaxing and just more chill. Like when I don't watch makeup tutorials anymore because all of the people I used to like watching are just not on YouTube anymore. But for some reason when I'm watching other stuff like lifestyle vlogs, I like more relaxing, you know, I just want to be chill. So you guys, I am obsessed, and I mean obsessed with Mel Robbins. Obsessed with her. I don't know if anybody, I'm sure the whole world knows who she is, but some people might not. I get panic attacks really bad. I have extremely bad social anxiety disorder. So even though I like danced in the NBA, I performed in front of 17,000 people, the thought of being in crowds gives me so much anxiety, like so much anxiety, to the point where it's gotten even worse since my mom passed. So my mom was really good about calming me. I don't know what it was. I mean, it would take her so much. I mean, you can see videos from the past where us talking about it in my old YouTube videos with my mom. And she's like, I love being in crowds. And I'm like, I hate being in crowds. It's so funny. But we were just opposite in that way. Like, she loved to go to Disneyland. I hated Disneyland because I can't stand crowds. It gives me so much anxiety. So to the point where I'll have a panic attack. So I have to take like my panic attack pills with me if I go anywhere like where there's going to be crowds. And I know that may sound crazy to people. Like, if I go out to dinner, if I don't really go out to dinner very much, I like to cook at home now. And I can't believe I'm saying that. I've never been a cook in my life, but I'm learning how to cook now. And I can't tell you guys, like, if I go out to dinner, I have to be there at like 4 o'clock. Like, right, if a restaurant opens at like 5, I have to be there right at 5. And I have to be out of there before the crowd hits, because it will just give me so much anxiety. And I know it's getting worse. I mean, because I think with, you know, everything that happened, you know, during the pandemic and all that stuff, I just became, and actually, I don't even want to blame it on that. It's my losing my mom just made me not, like, my condo ended up being my safe place, my castle, I can't leave this safe place. I film here. I do everything here. I go to the gym. That's the only place I can handle a crowd because I'm focused on something. And Mel Robbins talks about this. When you're hands-on with something, it distracts the anxiety. So when you start feeling anxious, do something you love to do, because then it will distract your brain from the anxiety that you're feeling from other stuff. And I just can't tell you guys, like, going back, long story short, going back to when I'm driving to the gym, I used to get so much anxiety because I just don't drive anymore. And now I put her podcast on and I literally just feel so relaxed and so motivated. By the time I get to the gym, I'm like, boom, I want to get this awesome workout in. It just makes me feel good inside as I spit everywhere. But the let them theory is let them. Stop being anxious. I used to worry what everybody's thinking. I used to think, how am I going to get out of this? How am I going to get out of this? I don't want to go somewhere because it's going to give me anxiety. But then I'm going to upset that person, you know, and then I work myself up and then I'm upset. I physically get sick, and my doctor's like, you got to stop this. You know, she was telling me, my own personal doctor, who's the most amazing doctor in the world. And she was like, let them get upset, but you can't personally so she was already telling me that, but it wasn't quite registering. But when you listen to a book and they're constantly saying that, and she explains why, Mel Robbins, it really starts to feel like a little less pressure. I just started reading it, so I'm very new to it, but I'm hoping these tools are going to help me, because literally it makes me feel physically sick to let somebody down, but I also can't put myself in a situation where I'm going to get physically sick if I have to go somewhere and do something that I just know I can't do right now. So maybe down the road I'll feel better. But the let them theory is let them be upset. And I like how she explained that even if you want them, I mean, it's good that they're upset, because that means they care and they want you around. It's like if your parents lived somewhere. I don't have parents anymore, but if I lived far away from my parents and I couldn't make it there for every holiday and they got upset with me, let them be upset, because they have that right to be upset, but also you have that right to say no. You have that right to put yourself first, because if we don't put ourselves first, then we're useless to everybody else around us, you know, especially the people that we live with. So I don't know, I love that theory. It's giving me the chillies. It's giving me the chillies right now. That's how much I love it, you guys. I'm telling you, get this book. It is so, so good. Oh, I just can't, I'm like dying to get back into it, because I'm like, I need to read it. So I'm going to start doing that on my runs now. I used to listen to health podcasts on my runs, but I'm going to do that one on my runs because I feel like it's going to give me a little mojo too. And by the way, I've been wearing this weighted vest during my runs, and you guys, took my jog to another level, because I do like a heavy run on the weekends, but on the weekdays I like to kind of do run walks and just around my neighborhood. I usually go 4 miles, and with that weighted vest, I have a lighter weight one just because I want it to be able to run with it, but you can get them on Amazon. Oh my gosh, I'll have the link below. It's so good. And then I got my Hydro Jug. So at the gym the other day, these cute young girls told me that the Stanley Cup is for old people now. And I'm like, well, I'm old, and I could have been their moms, but I was like, oh my God, I'm old. Like, I can't be old. I'm like, I guess the Stanley Cup is out and the Hydro Jug is in. Well, Hydro Jug has always been in for fitness people. If you're in the fitness world, remember the big Hydro Jugs. So they've always been in, but they just jumped on the Stanley trend, but they did one that will not leak. Will not leak. So I bought the Stanley tumbler that will not leak. I don't like the straw on that one. I just did not like that one at all. So I went back to my regular standard Stanley, but then it was falling at the gym. So I like that this one, I can work out, I can kick it over, and it's not going to do it. And it's pink. It's my favorite pink. It's the like chalk pink. Obviously it matches my nails. Oh my gosh, you guys. I will have this link below. I will have my nail polish color link below. And of course my phone had to match too, because you know, your girl is just a matchy kind of girl. But I love this one. It doesn't keep it as cold as the Stanley one. Let's take a drink. Nothing like ice cold water. It doesn't keep it as cold, I would say, as a Stanley Cup. I think my ice lasts a little bit longer in the Stanley Cup, but I prefer that this is the 32 ounce. I have the 40 Stanley. And then the 30 Stanley is just a little too small. So this was like a perfect weight. And I like that I can throw it in my gym bag, and I have an Amazon Fresh next to my gym. So when I need to do Amazon returns, I just want to I like to park my car. It's another thing I do. I park my car far away from the gym, because not only because it gets busy, but also because it forces me to walk and I can get my steps in. So that's another little trick for you. Park far away. If you go to the grocery store, park far away. You know you're going to have a cart anyway. Park far away. Park far away wherever you go to get those extra steps in. I'm telling you guys, that is a huge game changer, and I always take the stairs. If you can. I always take the stairs. I try not to do elevators. Elevators get me anxiety anyway. So anyway, that was a lot of talking, but this is more of a chit chat, get ready with me video. You guys, ooh, I like it. I like it. It's already, like, I haven't even set it down. I mean, like, you can see my sun damage right there, but this covered up that. Remember, I didn't build it up on this side. I only built it up there. So let's actually do a little bit more right there. And when I say a little bit, I'm like a teensy bit. And I just want to get these little sunspot areas. I'm going to get that with my finger. And then I'm going to take the rest onto this sponge like that. And then I'm just going to start, because I'm using the sponge only because if I do the brush, I want to pull away some of the excess. That's the only reason why I do the sponge. This is beautiful. First impression, this is gonna be, just because I love that I have had no, like, I don't know if it's the combination of these two. I don't know if it's the primer or what's going on, but I have no, sometimes there's like skipping there. And the only other foundation that I feel that way is the NARS and the Maybelline Skin Tint. Other than that, all my other foundation, the NARS Sheer Glow, the original Sheer Glow, which you guys know is my #1 foundation. I keep hammering that in your ears, but this is beautiful. So like if I want to go somewhere semi-decent, like I'm going to save my NARS for my really special occasions, just because that one is unbelievable, but who knows? This might just be for like when I want to go somewhere locally, just nice, but I want a little more coverage. Yeah, I'm really impressed with this so far. Really impressed with it. Okay, so I don't have a drugstore concealer. Sorry, guys. Let's try to do, well, let's just do my, I just want to keep what I would do normally. So Hourglass Oat, I know it's not drugstore, but your girl doesn't have one. So I do think the Maybelline Age Rewind is really good. I thought I had one, but I didn't. Just do a little bit there. I'm not going to put any there. Oh, a little bit just for brightening. I thought I had one, but I guess I didn't. So, and I think this might be a really good combination too. So we'll have to try this in a different video. Let me know, or a short. Let me know if you guys want to see that. I'm going to start off with my BK Beauty, and this is the A506. And I'm just going to start spreading that out a little. Right there. There. With the hourglass, you don't want it to dry down too long. You want to start spreading it before it dries down. Like that. And then I'm going to take my sponge and go in there. If you want more coverage with a sponge, a friendly tip is to have it almost dry but still damp. Almost dry but still damp will give you a little bit more coverage than if you went in there with it damp. Damp is going to pull away more product. The more damp it is, the more it's going to pull away. The drier it is, the more it's going to give you that coverage. So if you found that the sponge, and this is the Dose of Color sponge, you guys know this is the only one I use. I found that if you, like this is almost dry because I did so much talking, but it's still slightly damp. But do you see how it didn't take away the coverage? So if you found that when you use a sponge, it takes away too much coverage, or it gets sometimes spots or patchiness, it's because the sponge is too damp. So just make sure that you have it almost dry, but still damp because you want it to do its magic. You can use a dry sponge. You're just not going to see the magic like you would with it properly damp. I'm going to take the remainder of that concealer, and we're going to use that as the eyeshadow base, because that's what I've just been doing lately. Just easier. I use my Syrah one. All right, before we set this down, let's put our contour on. I think what I'm going to do, let's do this contour stick by ColourPop. We'll put this one on the bottom right here. It's been a while since I've used this one. This doesn't have any scent to it either, so just so you guys know that. Let me get my BK Beauty, and this is the new 116 brush. Just to put that there. This feels a little dried out, this stick, but just so you guys can see that it does blend nicely. Let's do the e.l.f. one instead. It feels a little dry. I might have to get a new one. It's been about, I think it's been a year or so. So this, I'm nervous to go directly to the face. I think we're gonna just do it this way. Do it off the back of my hand. And this is shade 2 Light. It is more of a contour shade. I'm gonna spread that out like that. I'm going to tap that in right there, like that. They blend out very nice. I think this is going to be a really good dupe to the new Rare Beauty one. All right, I don't have any drugstore powders that I even remotely like. And yes, I've tried all of them, and I just don't. I'd rather spend a little bit more money, because it's important, in my opinion, to have a good powder than to save money on a powder. I just haven't found one that I love. All right, we're going to take that on to that, just so it's not too aggressive. I just want to show you guys how this sets down. I was thinking of using a different bronzer, but I think we're just going to stick with this guy, because this is my standard palette I always have with me. This is Wild Sand, I think it's called, from Make It Forever artist. Just love it. I love it so much. Alrighty. So another thing I've been doing, you guys, is I used to wake up in the morning and I would go directly to my phone and scroll on Instagram, whatever the case, usually Instagram. I don't do that anymore. I don't even really scroll on Instagram. The only time I go on Instagram is to post something on Instagram. And then I'll look through the feed I'll give myself like less than 5 minutes to scroll. Whatever I see in front of me is something I'll like, or whatever the case is. But if it's not in front of me, I'm not gonna go diving for it. And I found that just is a much better situation. I'm opening up a new Swede powder from, this is the Miracle powder. I was getting a little bit low on the last one, and I can't live without this powder. So I put that one in my travel bag because I don't need as much. You know, I don't travel that much. Oh, do we love that ASMR sound? This is in shade Light. So I don't travel that much, but I keep it in my travel bag so it's ready to go when I do. Sometimes I like just do like 1-day getaways. All right, so we're just going to, I live in such a beautiful area in Orange County that it's close to everything. So I don't like LA, so I don't go to LA unless the only place I'll go is Beverly Hills, and that's just to shop and spend a day. But other than that, I cannot stand LA. So for me personally, I just not my jam. Orange County is my jam. San Diego is my jam. So I'll go those places like San Diego for a day. That's my fun. Plus, I'm obsessed with Joe's and the Juice. Joe's and the Juice. Joe, if you have a Joe's and the Juice in your area, please let me know in the comments. It's literally the best. I get a wrap there. Just the best. The absolute best. The chicken, is it chicken avocado? I can't remember the name of it, but that chicken wrap is just, there's something magical about Joe's and the Juice. I know they're in the UK too, so. What blush do I want to use today? I think we're gonna use Surratt today. I'm just feeling Surratt. I'm feeling a Surratt moment. Oh, no. And we're gonna use Charlotte Tilbury today because I'm wearing pink. This is the Blush and Glow palette in Fair Light. This is the pink one. We're gonna use that shade right there to match the pink. All right, I don't know if this is still around, but this is a Real Techniques brush. We'll use this guy. We're gonna take this off the back of my hand first, and then we're just gonna pop that in. It reminds me a lot of my Smashbox one that you guys know. This has my Tom Ford on it though, so I didn't wanna mix that. But it kind of reminds me like that head. Ooh, I need to get a new one of this. I mean, I could wash it. It's probably a better idea than getting a new one. I would say Real Techniques for affordable brands is kind of my favorite. All right, I'm gonna pull you guys up close and let's take a look at it with it all set down in my powders, bronzers, and blushes. All right, you guys, let's get into the brows. So this is the new Maybelline Eye Studio Super Fluff Volumizing Brow Mousse Gel, and this retails for $13.99 US. You get about 5 mils of product. This volumizing eyebrow mascara delivers buildable, fluffy eyebrow volume that is stiff resistant and flake resistant. Super Fluff's fluff brush evenly coats and fluffs every brow hair. This is available in 6 shades. I did go with blonde because I know this type of product and it can make your brows look really harsh. So with my platinum blonde hair, I already have dark brows. So I went with the blonde because that will kind of counteract the dark hairs a little bit. But this is still too dark for me and way too ashy. But I do like the formula. It reminds me a lot of the Benefit Gimme Brow. That was really good. I used to use that a lot in the past, but I found that their tones were a little too ashy too. And I just really love my ABH. You guys know how much I love my ABH, and it gives that perfect highlighted blonde. Like, it's the only one that I can find that has a actual highlighted blonde. So that is what it looks like alone with the brow fluff. I wanted you guys to see before I did my makeup what it looks like if you just wanted to walk out the door. And I don't have the best brows, so I'm not the best person for this, but that's my brows and I have to live with them. So they're finally starting to grow out with the serum I'm using from City Beauty. You guys know that serum is really, really good. I've talked about it before on my channel, but anyway, that is what it looks like with just your brows. Now let's take a look at it with actual brow product underneath. So I already went in with the GXVE blonde pencil, and I didn't show that part, but that's the pencil I used. And then I went in with my NYX, and I love this brow pen. This is the one I've been using a lot, and this is in the shade Taupe, and I just kind of create those brow-like or those hair-like strokes, but that is one of my favorites and it lasts all day, so I do appreciate that. And then I just take this spoolie and start blending things out if I make any mistakes or things look a little harsh with the lines. And then I went in with the GXVE pencil and just started kind of filling in little sparse areas. I really like this pencil. I don't think they have blonde at Sephora anymore, so I ended up getting these for really inexpensive on Nordstrom Rack. I'll put the link right there if it's still available. I know they only had a few left. But anyway, definitely check that out. And then I went in with the new brow mousse from Maybelline, and I just went in there over it, and I went very light on it just because I didn't want it to be too harsh. Again, just a little too ashy for my taste, but I do like the concept of it and I do like the product. It is really good. And then I ended up taking my ABH blonde and going over that just to give that little bit of lightening to the brows that I personally like. All right, let's go into this NYX Lip IV Hydrating Gloss Stain. So this retails for $12. You can also purchase these on Amazon, but I will have the Ulta link right there. Again, when you guys click those links on the bottom of the screen, that really does help support my channel. So Lip IV is designed with water-breaking technology for lightweight, intense pigments and a unique sensorial lip refreshing feel. And I have to tell you guys, it really is. It's almost addicting. It's infused with magnesium, vitamin B12, and lip-quenching coconut water. Used for instant wet shine color that leaves a natural-looking, even lip stain. Up to 24-hour hydration designed with water-breaking technology for a refreshing, saturated color. It's available in 16 shades, and I went with Hydra Honey for this video, so I'll show you guys how I applied Hydra Honey right there and what it looks like without any lip liner or anything like that, just because I want to show you guys taking it off what that stain looks like. But really beautiful, super hydrating. I can't reiterate that enough. It really is so hydrating on the lips, and it looks so beautiful as the gloss if you just wanted to wear that gloss for a majority of the day. But once you take a paper towel and you just blot, I like to blot the lips just to really make sure that lip stain stays extremely even. And I just blotted that in really nicely. And oh my gosh, you guys, it is so incredibly beautiful. Look at that. I mean, it literally is just, looks like I have like a light pink lipstick, almost like a pinky nude. I would say my camera colors are picking up a little bit more warm, but in person it gives that perfect neutral pink. And I am so incredible. I just kept blotting it with paper towels just to show you guys that once it fades off, you're gonna get this beautiful lip color underneath, and your lips are not getting stained because it's not like accentuating any dry patched areas or crustiness. I know that word is horrible. I'm sorry, I keep using it. But anyway, it's not accentuating that like normal lip stains would, but I absolutely love this formula. It is amazing. It's by far the best lip stain on the market, I have to say, because A, you get that glossy look if you want it. If you don't want that glossy look, you could just take it off right away. But say you are going out for the night and you're going out to dinner or wherever, and you take it off at dinner time, and then after dinner you still have this beautiful color to your lips, and it's evenly distributed with those water quenching technology that they put into this gloss. It is amazing. This has blown me away. This is probably going to be currently 2025 product of the year for me right now because I am so impressed with it. And Drippin' in Rosé was really pretty if you like a little bit brighter lip. Just for me, it was just too dark. I wore it with red. You can see from that video right there. I'll show you. I just did it on my iPhone real quick. And that one is really pretty too, but maybe I'll pick that up down the road, but I can't afford to just keep buying, even though they're inexpensive. I'm like, I have enough products right now. And this color, particular, this honey color, is one I know I'll use the most. So anyway, that looks really pretty. So that, look at, I mean, this is like, I took a break because my memory card ran out, and it's still like so pretty. And I just took sips of my water, and nothing on my water thing. So yeah, nothing on there. Gosh, that's amazing, you guys. And look at how evenly distributed that is. Oh, let me make sure though. I'm looking in the monitor. Yeah. Like most lip stains are, I could see the patchiness. I mean, it's not going to be completely smooth because I don't have a lip filler. And when people get lip filler, they get the hyaluronic pumped in them, right? So it kind of naturally hydrates your lips at the same time. And I just always feel like their lips look better because it's just more, you don't get the growthiness. The growthiness. So anyway, sorry, I'm such a dork. So I did end up putting on a little bit of the e.l.f. Cream Glide lip liner. I don't know what color this is, and I can't see the name of it, but it's a perfect match for it. So I'm gonna have to go hunt in my Ulta purchases to see what color this is. But anyway, I'll put it right there. And I just kind of outlined my lips a little just to give it a little bit more, and we're gonna put that gloss back on. But I'm actually thinking, yeah, we have to do that. Let's just do it that way, because if I put a lipstick on underneath, it's gonna defeat the lip stain purpose. So my two favorite lipsticks from the drugstore are Milani, and you guys know Matte and Tease and Secret are my favorites. I love these colors. This is the most incredibly soft matte feel that doesn't dry out my lips, and that would have been really pretty with this look. But actually, we could just put that on. We'll just put that on. And then I also like the Maybelline ink crayons, and I don't think they have this color anymore, but I just like this formula a lot. This is one of my favorite formulas. And I like that it's a lip liner, you know, like it's easier to put the lipstick on, which I personally love. Which one should we use today? We'll use the Milani. Let's just do that one first. Okay, let's just put that underneath because, I mean, technically, we'll see what that does too, if I still get a lip stain out of that. I just want to show you that color. Ooh, it's so pretty. This is Secret. Good combination with these cream glide liners. These are really nice because they blend out super easy. All right, let's put, and again, all of these links for Ulta are on the YouTube affiliate, and they're little icons. I showed you guys those last week, and you just click on them and it'll take you right to Ulta. So I really appreciate that. The YouTube Ulta link is a better affiliate for me. So, and the Sephora one too. So if you guys don't mind and you decide to purchase, it doesn't cost you anything extra to do this. If you don't mind just clicking on those links, it really does help support a smaller channel like mine, because I don't get a lot from YouTube ads. I don't have a big enough channel. I don't get enough views. So I spend more than I make on YouTube. So when you guys utilize those affiliate links, that is what helps me out. So I greatly appreciate that. And all of my skincare will be down in the description box below. Those are not YouTube links. So I will show you guys right there in the description area. And that is like my skincare regimen, like my whole AM PM routine. Again, that video is coming soon, as I already mentioned in a previous video. And my Calocine products are my holy grail skincare products. If you're over 40, invest in your skincare. That is not an area where I like drugstore at all. And then dermatology as well for like my sunscreen, my water cream, my primer, and all of that stuff. So using those links really helps support me and keeps me going. Otherwise, I won't be able to continue this until my channel grows. All right, let's do this because I'm spending more than I make on YouTube right now, especially with the amount of subscribers I have. So if you're new here, before you go, please remember to hit that subscribe button. Again, when you guys watch the videos all the way through, when you like and comment, all that good stuff helps my channel out because it tells YouTube people are interested. So if you only watch this video for a few minutes and then you clicked off, YouTube's going to be like, I'm not going to push that out to more people. Nobody's interested in that. But when you watch it all the way through, even if you are having to do stuff around the house and the video is a little bit longer and you just want to hear it, that helps me. So thank you so much for doing that. I mean, I'd love for you to watch and just stay with me the whole time, but I know people are busy. All right, you guys, post-editing Kristi coming in because I just picked up this color. It's called Bubblegum Burst. This is by far my favorite shade out of the NYX Lip IVs. And I didn't think I was gonna like it because it looks so pink and dark on the outside, but it is so incredibly beautiful. I just tried it on for you guys after the gym when I was on my way home. I was like, I just gotta try this on so they can see it. I'll do a better version of this and I'll do a short next week, but I just wanted to show you guys what it looked like. And then you take it off and it's like the perfect pink. Everything I was saying earlier, I wish they had a lighter pink shade. They do. This is the shade. It is so, so pretty. This is, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. I am so obsessed with this formula, you guys. It is amazing. All right, back to the video. So this is another type of lip stain. I did try this last night and I like this better than any other lip stain that's like this where you don't get the gloss first. I think this is the best one. So this is the brand new, and they just put them out at my Ulta because they were offered online, but they didn't have them in store because they were brand new. But this is the Magic Marker Lip Stain, and they retail for $10 US at Ulta only. It's an Ulta collection brand, and Ulta Beauty is now clean, just so you guys know that. They revamped their whole line at the end of last year. This is available in 4 shades, and I went with Perfectly Pink because if I went any darker, it would have been way too dark for my lips because I already have a lot of pink pigment in my lips and things just look, again, too dark when I do dark color, so I have to go as light as possible. This does give me that nostalgic feeling, I have to say that. They say that online, but it was inspired by colored markers from the 90s. So it's just another concept if you don't want the whole gloss aspect. But what I like about the NYX one is that you're getting the hydration first, so that when you wipe it off, you're not getting those uneven lips, where this one, if your lips are not completely hydrated, that can happen. So it's just something to think about. And I like the lip stain of this color better on my lip, but I'm still gonna continue playing with this marker. And again, I'll show you B-roll just to show you guys what that looks like. All right, you guys, let's get into how I created this eyeshadow look. And I did start off the look with the ColourPop, the stick that we use, the Laguna Beach color tone. I use that on my Sephora number 57 brush like I would with the Armani. I would have to say with this, the only difference between this one and the Rare Beauty stick is the Rare Beauty stick has a little bit softer feel to it, and then it grips at the same time, where this one is a little, it could be patchy. That's the only thing I don't like about that stick. It just needs a little bit more slip to it, just a little bit. You don't want too much, but a little bit. So that's the only thing I found tricky with that one, but it still worked for the concept that I do with the Armani there. And then I took BK Beauty A501, and that's like a flat, fluffy brush. And I just went into the crease and started creating some definition, again, with the ColourPop, same color, and just kind of created a nice base for the ColourPop shadows to lie over that. And then I just took that into the nose contour and just started contouring my nose with the same product. Then I went in with my What's Up Beauty R104 brush, and I went to that shade Truffles. Now, the only thing I like the color tone of that, but in retrospect, I wouldn't have used it just because it has those glitter particles in it, where I'm not a big fan of that formula with ColourPop. I am with other brands, but not with the ColourPop. I think they need to work on that formula, in my opinion. So that's not my favorite. I ended up going into Query Days, and I ended up using that one. That is a little bit more matte, a little bit warmer than I wanted, but it still worked. And I just started blending that in. And then from the rest of the look, I'm just gonna give you guys the names that I used because I don't wanna be here all day, and just put some music on and show you guys how I created this eyeshadow look. Then I took my Ulta Beauty, and this is their new Almond Eye Eyelash Curler. It launched at the end of last year, and I've been utilizing it, and I really love this curler for an affordable price point. It's made for almond eyes, which I really appreciate. They've never made an eyelash curler for almond eyes, so I really like it. And it really gives me that nice curl and grip to my lashes. Kevyn Aucoin lash curler is my favorite. That's the one I use all the time, and because it has a wide, it's very, very wide right here, and it's great for falsies, to mix your falsies with your regular lashes. This is my ultimate lash curler, but I like this one for getting a little bit tighter grip, this Ulta Beauty one. So just curling my lashes with those, but I am gonna put on some Ardell Wispies because I have a pretty strong eyeshadow look going, and although that's pretty, I still want some type of something to it. So I'm just gonna put these on camera. I use that alongside the Kiss Super Strong Lash Glue in Clear. I usually like the regular wispies, but I'm out of those right now. So I'm just gonna use the 113s. These have a slight flare at the edge, so if you like a flared look or you wear wing eyeliner and all that, I always like to take off the white flaky stuff. Somebody asked me to do a lash tutorial, so I have one from a long time ago, which is the same method I do all the time. So what I like to do is I like to take my Lily Lash Liner Glue. This is the Power Liner. I take this, and if I really want my lashes to stay, I'll use this on the line on my thing, but I'll also take this before I take the glue. And because Ardell is a clear band, it's not a black band, I like to do this because the clear band can kind of show up when I do pictures and stuff like that. So you don't have to do this. But for me, if you look down, you're gonna see a little bit of the white flecks there. Now I'm gonna take my mirror and I'm gonna show you guys kind of how I do this. Now it's a little bit tougher because I did my mascara, but that's okay. I personally like to put lashes on without mascara on. Find the method that works for you. And I'm not trying to be perfect with this. I'm just trying to get the adhesive going. And you can totally use this and it will stick. So I just painted a small amount of that on, and I usually leave that on for about, if it's a small layer, I can do about 70 seconds. If it's this layer, about 90 seconds. I like to mold it while it's still pliable. I grew up watching my mom put eyelashes on every single day. Her Ardell lashes. Oh my gosh, it was like clockwork. She would put those on. That's the hard part about the liner. I think it's easier to do when I don't have mascara on. So if you're gonna do the power liner on its own, don't do it with mascara. See how easy that went on? And then I can take the velour lash applicator and start pinching. Wait till it's tacky though. So if it's still too wet, that will pull. So just wait till that's a little bit more tacky. We're gonna wait. And for me, it's easier to apply with regular tweezers, and then I go in with that pincher. Just pinching with my fingers. For me, pinching with your fingers are sometimes the best method. I am gonna take a little bit of this now, and I am gonna go on top of this lash line, like this, just to cover up any areas that might be white looking. Like that's gonna guarantee that that end is gonna stay. Then I kind of go underneath it a little bit too. All right, you guys, so I cleaned things up off camera. I ended up adding the Gucci highlighter, and that is the lilac one. Oh, purple highlighters are the huge trend for 2025, and that to me is the perfect purple highlighter. It is absolutely gorgeous. It is by far one of my favorite, probably if not my favorite highlighters ever made. It is so incredibly beautiful, from the packaging to the product. Everything about it, the ingredients, I just love it so much. So that is how the final look turned out once everything was completed. I have to say it was a mix of luxury, obviously, and drugstore, but you know your girl, she's bougie. So anyway, let's get into what I loved and what I didn't like so much. This is the star of the show to me. This foundation is so incredibly beautiful. It's been about 4 hours that I've been filming because I've just been taking breaks at the same time. And I have to tell you guys, this is wearing beautifully. So I will check in another few hours. I'm not going to do it all day. Like I'm not going to do a 20-hour wear test, but I'm going to give it a good length of time, and I'm going to show you guys what it looks like outside as well. But so far, oh, the shade is perfect. 118. If you're a twinsy to me, stick to that. If you're a 118 in the skin tint, you're going to really like it in this one as well. I love this foundation. It is true to its name. It is truly a Lumi-Matte foundation where it's not greasy looking. It's so comfortable even for dry skin like mine. Oh, obsessed with it. Combined with my Hourglass concealer, mucho perfection. And I'm gonna give that a solid 5 stars, you guys. Application was extremely smooth and easy. Finish is absolutely beautiful. I'm sure it's gonna be long wearing. Really impressed, especially you can't beat that price range as well. It's just unreal. It's even cheaper than the skin tint. And I like it almost a little bit more. I'm gonna go as far as saying that so far. This is another star of the show. This is the Maybelline Poreless Jelly Primer, and I'm excited to see if this really does produce that hydration throughout the day. But so far, oh, that's gonna be a tough one. I need to keep playing with this more to say whether I like it more than the NYX one, but right now they're pretty equal as far as application goes. And there's no peeling, no white cast like it says, but this one again has a little bit of grip to it. And I don't know if that helped with this foundation, but together, I mean, you can't go wrong, like $12.99 and $14.99 if I'm right. So there's the total right there. I'm not even gonna attempt that math right now. But anyway, that's not a bad combination. And then use my expensive powders, but obviously in my concealer. But wow, I'm so incredibly impressed by these two products. So I'm gonna give the primer a 5 out of 5. Again, these are preliminary first impression, because I've never tried these products, first impression scores. So it could change down the road, who knows? And then as far as this next one, oh my gosh, I just can't tell you guys enough how much I love this product. It is truly, truly amazing. I wish they'd do a little bit lighter shade. That would be nice. A little bit more pink. I would like that. But other than that, like a pinky nude, oh, that'd be so pretty. But you guys saw how it looks once it's stained. So you have to get it dark enough so that it stains. I think that's why they didn't do like light colors. But let me tell you guys, that product is unreal. Unreal. Run, get your hands on that. You can do the subscribe and save on Amazon, but then they won't deliver it for like an extended period of time to get like that $10. So just use your coupons at Ulta and get this at Ulta. Again, I will have the links below. So definitely check that out. Go to your local Ulta store. You can even do the buy online and pick up in store using my affiliate if you guys like that better. As far as this ColourPop stick, I can see why I stopped using it. I don't really care for it that much. It's okay. It's okay. If you're like, I'm really on a budget, but I want something close to the Rare Beauty, that's gonna come the closest in my opinion. I like the e.l.f. Contours a little bit more, and this color is really pretty. You guys saw that shade 2. And this eyeshadow palette is really nice for affordability. I just don't think it lasts all day. That's the reason why I'm not a big fan of this. I'm a big fan of the color story. Huge fan of the color story. This is right up my alley. And I think I look good. Let me know. I think I almost look better in cool tone shadows. I don't know why. I think I have more cool undertone than I mean, I look good in, typically you can go by your jewelry. If you look good in silver and gold, you're pretty neutral. And I can wear both silver and gold, and it's flattering on my skin tone for both of them. So I'm pretty neutral, but I just really love the way cool tones look on me for some reason. With the platinum blonde hair, it just is really beautiful. So color story is an A, but I don't think it lasts that long, to be quite honest. So I'd say invest in a little bit better quality, but you know, within that same color story range, unless you can get this on sale. But you know, some people really like it and it lasts for them, just for me personally. And then I'm gonna have to again keep using this to see if I really love it. But so far, I think I would still rather go with the IV, just because it's gonna give me again that moisture and then that perfect lip stain at the end. So we'll keep playing with that. This is my only fail. And the only reason why is A, the color, but also that it just, like I had messed up a little bit there, and then it kind of stained it, so it does last. I think it'll be better with somebody with better brows, but for me, I just don't have great brows, so it's just not a product that would work for me personally. Not that it's not good, it's just not gonna work for my particular brows. But definitely if you have this on your list, it lasts. It's pretty transfer resistant, because I was having a hard time getting off the mistake area. And if you want to kind of darken your brows a little bit, if you have blonde hair, I think you'll really, really like this product. So again, just find products that work for you. I don't know if that that one worked for me completely. So I know this was a very long video and I am so sorry. I'll show you guys right there some outdoor footage of what it looked like towards the end of the day, just so you guys can get a better look at it outside. Again, I need to keep playing with this and I'll let you guys know. I'll pin a comment and let you guys know how I'm continually liking it. I think I might wear it in the Victoria Beckham video that I'm gonna film here in a few days for the following Sunday for the new eyeshadow palette. So anyway, that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I know this was lengthy, so I appreciate you all. If you're still here, I mean, you guys are rock stars and I absolutely love you. I know these chit chat videos you guys liked when I did it last time, so hopefully you like this one as well. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate you guys really giving me that love and support. It means so much to me. And if you are new here, before you go, please remember to hit that subscribe button, click the post notification bell, join our beautiful Glam Fam. We're here every Sunday and we just love for you to become part of our family. If you did like this video, please give it a huge thumbs up when you guys hit the like button and say hello. It really does help my videos out. Even if you just drop a emoji or something like that, it just helps my videos when you comment. So I really do appreciate that. You can follow me during the week. I do upload shorts and I'm also over on Instagram where you can check out my reels and post. And then you can check out my website, KristiAllure.com. I have a plethora of information on there, from my Amazon favorites to my blogs, my nail blog, my skincare blog. All of that is on my website. You can shop all of these products on my Shop My page. I will show you guys the QR code right there, and that will take you to all of my favorite top picks when it comes to makeup, hair, and even fashion is on there. Thank you again for joining me. Be sure to check out that video next, and I will see you guys on the next one. Love you guys. Bye.